Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/WCSN312. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Chicago, thank you, and welcome to WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network. I'd like to take this moment to talk about our social media outlets and the platforms you can listen and find us on. You can follow us on Twitter at WCSN312. Like us on our Facebook at Windy City Sports Network or at WCSN312. We also recently just joined Instagram, and you can follow us there at WCSN312 as well. We post all our shows to listen to on our social media outlets. If you're driving to work, you're driving back home from work, working out, or just chilling at home, pop on your headphones. You can listen to us on many platforms. Number one is iTunes. Our goal is to become a top 100 podcast. We need your help. By going on iTunes, rate us by giving us 5 stars and subscribe. We're on Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, our original platform SoundCloud, Overcast, Castbox, Podbean, the podcast app, and most recently, Google Play. Search for Windy City Sports Network and you'll find us there. All platforms are free to you and available on iOS or Android phones, tablets, Apple TV, or any mobile devices or computers. We are beginning to do quick live pre-shows on our social media outlets, so make sure you follow or like us there. We will be live on Periscope, which is via our Twitter, and Facebook Live before every live broadcast. Lastly, you can watch us live. Interact with us via the chat rooms on our newly launched YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Windy City Sports Network, and subscribe to our channel. You can watch us live or watch any of our older podcasts there. We created our YouTube channel for you, our fans, to interact with us during our shows. Ask us any questions, and we will spew our opinions. We will be broadcasting CSCR, Chicago Sports Crunch Radio, every Friday at 7 p.m. live. And bi-weekly, every Wednesday at 7 p.m., WrestleTalk Radio will be live. Only on our YouTube channel, so subscribe now. If you have any questions, you can use our social media outlets or email us at windycitysportsnetwork@gmail.com. Like I have said many times before on this show, this is a passion project. We don't make any money off of this, and we have expenses, equipment, distribution costs, etc. If you guys enjoy our show and would like to buy us a beer, you can, and it would be greatly appreciated. Go to our Patreon page, become our patron, and you can donate as much as you want. We will have rewards updated monthly in return. Just go to our Patreon page at Windy City Sports Network. Again, remember, we are WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network, built by the fans, for the fans. We would like to thank all our affiliates and sponsors for supporting WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network. Here's a quick message from one of our affiliates. Thinking of starting your own podcast? Don't know what software or distributor to use? It's real easy and simple with Podbean. Go to podbean.com/WCSN312. Podbean is the world's leading podcast publishing platform. Over 100,000 people worldwide choose Podbean to create their podcasts. Your all-in-one podcasting solution. With Podbean, you create professional podcasts in minutes without any programming knowledge. Best of all, everything is mobile ready right from the start. You get unlimited podcasting, comprehensive stats, custom branding, reliable media hosting. You can share almost everywhere and get huge audience engagement. The community in Podbean is over 172,000 podcasters, over 5.8 million episodes, and has 5.4 billion downloads. Plans go as low as $9 a month for unlimited audio and $29 a month for unlimited video and audio. If you go through our link, you get your first month free. Give them a try. Go to www.podbean.com/WCSN312.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CSCR Chicago Sports Crunch Radio. This is the show that brings to you the highlights of the sports world and industry, from the NBA, NFL, MLB.
Welcome, everybody, to WTR WrestleTalk Radio. This is the show that brings to you the highlights from all things wrestling and sports entertainment. From WWE to TNA, NXT, ROH, and so much more, WTR is here to focus on what makes wrestling so damn entertaining and fun to watch. We are live from Studio 1 of the WCSN, the Windy City Sports Network. This is WTR WrestleTalk Radio.
All right, that's it. I thought we banned Tom Chris from the studio. What the heck is going on?
So,
bringing up CSCR? What the hell?
We're talking about restless leg syndrome, and then Tom Christmas is up, and he plays the CSCR intro instead of the WTR intro.
Apparently, he's worried about restless legs, so he had to run out of the studio and accidentally clicked on the wrong freaking thing. Sorry, apologies.
Unbelievable. After we talked to his father and told him we don't want him here anymore, and I don't know how he shows up in the studio either.
He must have like an extra key that we don't know about. We got to look into that.
I was reading that Scott Hall's son is coming along. I don't get that, Scott.
Oh, so he's training. Wait, I'm guessing he's obviously training with Scott Hall.
No, Scott Hall's kid is in New Japan already wrestling.
Or is he talking? He's coming to All In. Did you mean?
No. Okay, hold on, Scott. I think I got what you're talking about. You're basically saying that he's progressing, that he's starting to.
He's always been
to
He's
look
a
good.
big boy. Have
Yeah,
you guys seen him?
yeah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
All right, Nick. I'm gonna bug you now. Turn my headphones up now. Now, see, I'm gonna be what? No, you know what? For some of it, I'm like freaking half. There we go. Perfect. That's perfect. That works for me.
All right, guys. WTR. This is episode 28.
Heck of a start already.
Yeah, we've been gone for about 3 weeks.
Rock solid as always.
We are glad
Very
to be
professional.
back. A lot to talk about. He is 6'8". We have Hop in the studio, and he's going to be like our sign, like the Notre Dame the football team has, like play like champions. We have to touch it every time.
I just rub his beard for good luck on a day-to-day basis.
With us every show now going forward. And then we got the new WTR banner on the side over there. Wild Bill's head's blocking the Twitter,
As usual.
the Twitter handle. But we've got the new signage.
There you go.
I apologize. Tom Chris's mess up today and last week.
And just in general,
He blew up half the studio. We had to get everything back. wired in. We need to get new cables in here and all that stuff. He just tore everything apart. So hopefully he doesn't come back. We talked to his father to try to keep him away. So we'll see what happens.
Nepotism at its best, guys.
And I heard that his relationship with what's her name is like they're a thing now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, what relationship?
It's more than just barbecue ribs now.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what are we
I heard it's going more. Him and Monica, the our HR rep.
Ooh, buddy.
They're a thing. I don't know. I didn't think that was possible. I thought that you couldn't work and date.
Well, we're not. You know what? It's one of those like unwritten rules. Like the WWE has it. Like they let the talent. Like talent wants to fool around with talent. That's fine. Don't fool around with the people in production. That's the number one rule. Maybe we need to do the same thing. Otherwise, we're gonna have a Dolph Ziggler issue again.
Tons to talk about. What I wanted to talk about. First we got to talk about the greatest Royal Rumble. We're gonna just breeze through the greatest Royal Rumble card, matches, winners. We're gonna go through Backlash. We're gonna go through a lot of news that's been going through. I wanted to talk about All In. A lot of news on All In. Not much about ROH going on. I wanted to talk about MLW a little bit. Did Wild Bill, did you see MLW?
Just a little bit.
So I wanted to go over MLW a tad. Impact, not so much, man. There's really nothing going on in Impact.
No, Austin Aries lost the belt.
Yeah, I mean, besides what's his name?
Pentagon.
Pentagon Jr. winning it.
Winning it, then losing it, and then just nothing makes sense anymore.
Won it. He beat Aries for it, and then I guess 2 weeks later at the next set of TV tapings, he lost it back to Aries.
Yeah, so whatever the case is,
I don't think anything makes sense anymore.
Don't want to talk about Impact.
Nick's more happy that Scott Steiner's back.
Yes, dude. I mean, I know Big Cass is bad at cutting promos. Scott Steiner is brutal.
Have you seen the Scott Steiner does math video? where he does like his version of math. It's like we'll link it on our page at some point if you haven't seen it. It's just freaking dynamite gold. I actually think it's on purpose, and it was great.
When he does his promos, Steiner, he loses himself like halfway through, or not even a quarter through the promo. So what the point he was trying to get to is totally forgotten.
Yeah,
and it's just like, dude, where is? And
this guy? He's borderline immobile right now as well.
He's borderline schizophrenic too. I think, man, that guy's nuts, man. I don't even know what he's doing in the wrestling business, but we want to go over that stuff news, and then we will then go over, which it's not a full card yet, Money in the Bank here in Chicago.
Yep.
If one of you guys can pull up the so-called NXT prediction card for what's going to, because I've got the Money in the Bank in Chicago, at least the card so far, but I didn't look anything up for NXT, so I don't know.
I'm looking into it.
So I want to thank everybody for the shirts. Hop Hop had the #1 selling shirt, 18 shirts, and WTR was the second. So thank you. And what we're gonna do is
Hop Hop is WTR.
We're gonna do the number.
Hop Hop is like the Young Bucks now. He's gonna have his shirt at Hot Topic.
He's gonna be at 1 hour tees, or wrestling tees,
pro wrestling tees,
.com. Yeah.
He's gonna have Hop Hop, and he's gonna start doing like the whole villain club thing.
He'll do signings and everything. We'll have to get a cut of it. We'll have to book him and get 10%.
So what we're gonna do is the shirts will be coming back. We will have WTR shirt coming back because we sold so many of them. We'll have Hop Hop shirts coming back too to see if we sell more of those. And then we're going to do some of the new characters out there too. So we're probably going to have a Corner Kick radio show because obviously the World Cup's coming up and the Champions League real soon. And then we'll do a Jackman, a Money Marty, Levi the Mouth shirts. So we'll have some of those.
Remember, if you order a Pistolero shirt, to order it one size bigger because all his shirts run one size too small.
Yeah, because he always wants to show off his muscles.
And sleeveless.
Yeah, Snowflake over there. He will be here Friday too. So we're going to be doing a show on Friday, which we're going to talk about. Are you coming or no? You got plans
for
Friday? This Friday?
Oh no, I'm out of town this Friday.
Oh, that's
Me
right.
too, I'm out.
Yeah, I remember. So it's going to be me, Pistoleros, potentially. It was supposed to be Tom Crisp, but I'm kicking him out. So we'll probably see if Jackman can join us. And then Philly Holy is going to be busy as well too. But we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs. A lot of good stuff there. Some things that popped up as of recently. And then we're going to talk about the draft lottery, and the Bears or the Bulls pick at 7. Then we're going to go over the Bears, which we have not had a chance yet. I'm probably going to do a blog tonight on our website at www.windycitysportsnetwork.com. And it's going to go over my personal opinions on each one of our draft picks and stuff. So there's some good draft picks I like that I'm really hot on. And there's some that I'm not too hot on. So I'll go over that, and then we'll discuss it more into detail on Friday as well, too. So Snowflake will be here Friday. So we'll go from there. What else? I think the next WTR show we're going to do is going to be June 13th, because that's going to be the week right before Money in the Bank on NXT. So then that way we can go over, and hopefully the card will be set by then, and then we'll be looking good there. Don't forget, we're going to be doing a Corner Kick radio show the Friday before the Champions League final. So it's going to be me, Money Marty, and Pistoleros. We'll be talking about the Champions League final, and then we're going to break down all the groups in the World Cup. We're going to break down even the knockout stages in the World Cup. I already started doing mine today, and I've got a couple things. I just got to do a little bit more research and stuff for that. What else do we got? I think that's pretty much it, man. I think we just dive in. I got good intros finally. You ready for this? Oh, what was that? Some like piano music and shit. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm looking around to make sure Tom Chris isn't still here.
All right. Which one do you want to do? We're going to do Bill's intro first. Wild Bill's intro. If we can ever.
The bacon in
her eggs.
Yes.
The man for whom she begs. And the face between her legs. The lyrical miracle, the sexual, intellectual, and the quintessential stud muffin.
Yeah.
Joel, Lady Gaga advocates celibacy. What an absolute disgrace. If she won't let me stuff her muff, then I'll just poke her face.
What that was in TNA.
I was just gonna say that. Can you imagine that was on TNA, not ECW TV?
Yeah. That's Wild Bill's intro. Whatever happened to him?
He's about half of what he is right now,
Size wise,
and he's doing all the conventions, doing all the signings.
So he's not in any.
Nothing.
He's nowhere to be found.
No.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I'm like, dude, what's been going on with him? And I saw a couple things on YouTube with him, but I didn't know if he was still going on or what the hell was happening and stuff. I didn't know which one to play for you, Levi.
You know what? I'll just I'll take dealer's choice at this point. I'll take what I got.
I had a couple in here. I had a couple. I just didn't know exactly though, like what we have to play like week after week. So sounds good.
I am a hugger.
Right,
I'm just saying,
good.
I am a hugger.
Then we'll do that for Levi.
I'll come up with a more dangerous sounding one, but for now, I'm okay with being a hugger. That's fine with me.
All right. So, greatest Royal Rumble Willie Cardi. Who's doing it? South?
I'll go.
Midwest?
Cena Triple H first. Right?
That was the first match, wasn't
Opening
it?
match.
Mhm.
Cena Triple H.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Cena won, obviously, to put him over. But I thought it was pretty decent.
It was okay considering it was the two of them. It was the opening match. It was all right.
I mean, can we just talk about the whole? I mean, I don't even know if we need to run down the whole damn thing. Let's just
talk about the whole event.
Let's talk about the whole event. Can we get the first thing? First things first. Let's get it out of the way. The big controversy with the entire show.
No women,
no female wrestlers. But the big controversy that happened at the actual show itself is that they used a promo, one of the
Carmella.
most that included Carmella and I think another one or two female superstars, and that was a big thing. That was interesting. So there's a huge amount of controversy around that, but two, also the fact that they have to have a break in the middle of the actual show because it was one of the times of prayer.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, as people know in that area of the world, people of the Muslim faith, they pray several times a day. They had to do a break. JR talked about it on Twitter and mentioned how it was a very unique, surreal type experience. I mean, this was overall kind of an interesting thing, but I think Triple H kind of played it off in a good way. saying that hey, we got to respect their culture out there, and all this other kind of stuff.
Sami Zayn not being allowed to show up.
Yeah.
That's why they did the whole Vertigo thing.
Mm-hmm.
What was the deal with Sami Zayn?
Because he's Syrian descent.
Yeah,
and they have bad relations, so
but
they won't
he's
let
not
him.
Muslim. I thought he was Orthodox.
He's Syrian. That was the big deal with them.
So they're not.
Stephanie wasn't even allowed to go to the dinner. You heard that,
I
right?
saw the picture of all the guys
saying that if the WWE is such a big women's movement and
why would they
anti-bullying,
even do that?
why would they? It was a publicity stunt for them.
Not just publicity, but that's where they're trying to push the.
They're trying to get out into the developing world, and I think that that's one of the reasons that they were doing it. Now, if this was if this was India, I think it'd be a different story. Now, they've done events similar to this in India, not to this level.
It was interesting,
but yeah, I mean, there's going to be some subtle nuances you gotta navigate around, I think. But they know for the long run, their big thing is to get into these emerging markets in the developing world, especially because areas that previously didn't have cell phones, now everyone's got cell phones. Their goal is to get more people in the WWE network. They know they're not going to see them on a lot of the major regular TV networks, but if they can get them involved and excited, and I mean, look at how many records they broke. Longest Royal Rumble contestant. Most eliminations. What else? What else?
Well, of course,
and most
10
number
more men.
And 10 more men. No, but I'm saying
more.
20.
20 more men.
130 normal.
But even if you think about it from 2012 or 2011 when they did 40-man Royal Rumble, so Daniel Bryan now has a record for the longest continuous.
Right.
Here's my
Curtis Axel still has the record.
No. Now it's who else got knocked out?
That other
Santino
guy
had it for a little bit too, right? The earliest elimination.
It was wasn't it Kanellis?
Oh yeah, Mike Bennett or whatever his name is.
Or no, wait, was it Bennett or was it
the Chinese guy?
No, not the Chinese
guy. Ho Lun?
No, the Hawkins.
No,
it was Bennett then.
I think it was Kanellis' husband, Bennett.
Yeah, so it's Michael Bennett. What a flop that is, man. A guy who was actually pretty good in ROH.
You know what? Here's the thing. He came in at a
bad time.
It was a bad time in his life in general, going through a significant drug addiction and having to come on. He did the right thing. He put himself in a rehab. He admitted it to his wife. He did the right thing. He was coming back, but I think obviously that they had a lot less faith in him at that point. They wanted to give him time to heal as a human. And then obviously she gets pregnant and they want to focus on having a family and all that kind of stuff. I think it's not the last we see of either one of them.
What do you guys think about them claiming that the WWE sold out by doing it in that country that doesn't allow women, that doesn't, they will kill somebody for being gay whenever they have an anti-bullying campaign and everything.
I think we can. That's I think the thing that they tried not to do is not to get into the political realm. Their goal was
they did a commercial. They did a infomercial that was 6 minutes long, talking about how great Saudi Arabia was.
Yeah. Well, and I think that was part of the deal. Is they said, "Hey, we'll do it out here."
To try to get moderate. Try to get them.
I know. I could care less. I'm just saying what everybody was talking about was, you guys build up a Divas division, you do this, you have a women's battle royal, you do this, and then they wouldn't even let them be announcers in the back doing backstage interviews.
Yeah.
Here's the and a woman wasn't allowed to go to the event unless she was chaperoned by a man.
By her husband,
What would I do to have those seats that were in the front every wrestling event in the United States?
Hold on a second.
Those things were sick, man.
Are you saying the one to see Titus just completely bite it?
Oh my god.
Okay, first of all, Titus won that entire thing. I don't care who actually won the row. I don't care. Strowman won. By the way, another record we forgot about. Right. Strowman with the most eliminations.
Yep. Here's my question.
Titus O'Neil won the entire Greatest
Royal
Rumble.
Do you think that was a work, or do you think that was legit?
No, I think it was legit.
That's Botchmania. That's a Botchmania YouTube video.
There were a few Botchmania things, but here's what I love. They played it off, and then on Monday Night Raw, they continued to kind of play it up afterwards. He became a sensation, and one of the reasons that they were trending worldwide on Twitter was because of him. What was it? Also, Jeff Hardy completely missing the Whisper in the Wind.
Yeah, that was bad.
There was a lot of just bad botches, but I mean, you could attribute that to, I don't know, maybe nerves, jet lag, or whatever.
It could be jet lag.
Overall, crazy schedule.
I mean, botches happen.
Yeah. Overall, though, I think the card was okay.
Decent.
It was pretty predictable to every single match. So
The ending was stupid for Brock and for Brock and Roman. That was dumb.
And up until that day, I know we were all saying that we thought Roman was going to win, but up until that day, I changed my mind, and I'm like, you know what? With what WWE's trying to do with making him lose all the time, I really thought like the day of, I'm like, they're going to have Brock win. I just didn't know how. But I really didn't like that ending and how it happened.
No, because I mean, they're furthering some kind of a storyline, but it's not a good one. But I will say this: there were a lot of reports that came out after the Greatest Royal Rumble and after the next several weeks that were talking about how management, primarily Vince McMahon, is starting to actually think, you know what, maybe this Roman Reigns thing isn't going to work out, and we need to just kind of like take the foot off the gas pedal for a little bit.
After Backlash,
right?
But no, but like now, and I think we're seeing him lose, but we're seeing him lose in these positions. I mean, all right, let's be honest.
Well,
a loss is a loss,
so that we can feel bad for him.
Well, that's the whole Jinder Mahal thing, the Samoa Joe thing.
Yeah.
We'll get into that, but it's not going to work.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think that the moment he turns heel, I think that things are going to change. I think that if he embraces that, but I think that they might just be better off pulling back, letting him do a, top.
Too vested. He's got a heel now. That's the only way to solve this.
All right. So besides that,
but wait, we're going to have one common thing in the next hour that we're going to talk about. Seth Rollins is by far the best wrestler in the WWE right now. We'll go Greatest Royal Rumble.
He's over.
Raw, Backlash. Yesterday, he is by far the best.
He's over. I mean, there's other wrestlers I think that are either better or as good as him, but not currently.
Not right now. Right now, I think Seth Rollins is the best.
He's over.
I think for this moment too. And remember, where were we? What?
You got to be careful when we say wrestlers, because you can say, "Hey, Dolph Ziggler at a certain point was the most over wrestler."
No, but right now, forget about being over. I'm talking about quality of match.
I mean, right now
it's what you've done for me lately, and lately he's been killing it, which is great, because remember, just 6 months ago, 8 months ago,
no storyline.
He really had nothing, and
Jason
he was
Jordan. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. Well, even before
that's going to be the fight on Money in the Bank.
You think so?
Bank that.
All right.
It's going to be Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan. All right. Anyway, so
overall,
the next matches though, go through them really quick.
Oh, I lost them.
Hold on.
Tom Chris Part 2.
That's so bad.
Where's Tom Chris now? Did he start crying when he walked out?
All right, so John Cena defeating Triple H, Cedric Alexander defeating Kalisto,
Cedric Alexander beating. Okay, that was
Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy defeated Cesaro and Sheamus.
And they won the straps at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Correct. That was the only belt that changed hands.
See, the thing though with the Greatest Royal Rumble, where a lot of those matches were basically duplicates of what was happening at WrestleMania.
And I think and that drives me nuts, because I think that they could do something more with that. I mean, hell, remember when Kevin Owens lost the title?
It wasn't a set pay-per-view.
Well, yeah, but hold on a second. Remember, in NXT, we've had the title change hands at a house show. In the WWE, we had the WWE championship change hands at a house show. There's nothing wrong with doing it on a non-US pay-per-view or a non-US Raw or SmackDown. I just don't know why they didn't really take a chance with anything. I mean, what could it have hurt? Let's say Brock Lesnar losing, or any one of these other guys losing. I mean, heck, even Kalisto and Cedric Alexander. I mean, they didn't want to spice it up. They were
probably worried about it was on a weird time too. It was on a Friday
afternoon.
So that's why they didn't want to do a lot of title changes and stuff. But
yeah. Well,
all right. What else did we have?
Moving Jeff Hardy defeating Jinder Mahal. That was just Bludgeon Brothers defeating the Usos again. I don't know.
Yeah,
Seth Rollins defeated Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura ended in a double countout.
That was dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah,
that whole storyline is getting stupid. They need to move on.
They got the two best.
This was the big one for me that I was surprised to see, just because WrestleMania was not that long ago. Undertaker defeating Rusev.
I knew that was happening.
But it's not even about that. It's just the fact that he's wrestling anything else other than Mania. I think that goes to show, just like they must have asked a huge favor.
Look though. That was rough, man.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him. Like, he couldn't hardly walk.
Well,
I don't even know. Didn't he have like hip surgery? Hasn't he done all these?
He has a whole fake. I think he has a whole fake hip.
Yeah. Well,
it's all titanium.
So at this point, if he's not going to be able to put on any more quality matches, he's got to do something for the next one. They got to retire him at some point. Yeah. I think that they already set the table for next year.
I don't think he wants to leave. I don't think it's Vince that's making him do it. I think in a way, Undertaker wants to do at least one a year.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if he
I don't
can
think it's
to an
Vince
extent,
that
maybe.
keeps. I don't think it's Vince that keeps talking to him to come back.
Yeah, but at what point does the luster start to wear off?
Well, I think the luster already wore
That's
off
what I'm
when he
saying,
lost to
too.
Brock.
Yeah.
I think
I think it was done, right?
That should have been
And
either
then they
done
did this
right
whole
there.
retirement thing during
right.
Well, no,
Seth
by the way,
Roman Reigns.
That was the other stupid thing is that they did a non-retirement retirement. Either you do a retirement, have your curtain call, and walk off into the sunset, a la Ric Flair. Well, Ric Flair did it 4 times, so that's besides the point. Or don't leave it up to ambiguity. I think the ambiguity thing was stupid because everybody was like, no, he's not obviously retiring. He's not going to be
you
done.
do Terry Funk and retire 25 times.
Well, yeah.
All right, next
Just
one.
makes the 26th time that much more fun.
What else we got?
Next one was
Lesnar Reigns.
Brock and Roman.
And
I mean, it was dumb.
That was a dumb.
And then obviously Braun
Roman.
Strowman won by eliminating Big Cass.
Sorry. So when I did the predictions, and you guys can see the blog on our website at WindyCitySportsNetwork.com, I think I only got like one wrong on all of it. So it was really predictable.
It was vanilla.
Yeah, I didn't really, but whatever. It is what it is. All right. Backlash. Who's got Backlash?
I got Backlash, I think. No.
Man, I totally forgot these matches.
So it was Miz.
Good match.
Miz Rollins, which again,
yes,
great match.
the
Yes.
best match of the
I
night.
need to rewatch it. I watched the highlights because I wasn't able to watch the actual pay-per-view. I was out of town, but I watched the highlights and I'm like, damn, this is a really, really, really good match.
It was the best. It was the best match of the night again,
Yeah.
involving Rollins,
yeah.
and again proving that as long as you put somebody in there that's
Mhm.
good, the Miz match looked good.
And I don't want to discount them as either because I think that that's something unfortunate that happens to him a lot. Is people
Right.
say, "Oh, it's Seth Rollins." Yes, Seth.
No, he's a good wrestler, man.
takes two to tango. I think we've seen over the years, even one person can only carry somebody else so far.
Yep.
You need to put in your time, your energy, your talent. And I think that The Miz has done that. I think at this point, if he hasn't solidified himself as a Hall of Famer in the future, as a staple in the WWE, he's obviously going to continue to do that now with these types of matches.
His timing is perfect. He's never out of place. He's,
Mm-mm.
he's not, super.
Bring it down.
No,
Miz.
He's where he's
No.
supposed to be. The timing is perfect. Rollins never once had to look over his shoulder or look back to make sure that the Miz was going to be where he was supposed to be.
They had good chemistry.
And,
Right.
and let's be fair, Rollins is not usually the type of person to worry about getting injured. He's usually causing other people to be injured. So there's
But
a difference.
remember, he's throwing himself around blind, and he's got to make sure that the Miz is where he's supposed to be. And every time, the Miz was spot on. So, it's too bad that the first match of the night was the best match of the night.
It was, yeah.
Well,
Right?
And that's what was bad about the whole paper. Because in my personal opinion, and that's why I want to fly through these, I thought the greatest Royal Rumble and Backlash were
Terrible.
really piss poor.
I think Backlash was worse. Backlash was brutal.
All right, so what was the next one?
Don't forget about Bayley versus Ruby Riott at the pre-show.
Yeah, that was-
The next
Again,
match was
what's
what?
going on
Nia
there?
Jax against Alexa Bliss, right? Was next?
Yes, Nia
No
Jax
chemistry.
versus.
But I don't understand.
No, I think that they had chemistry,
Nia
but
Jax
just
is
that
too big. She can't make any match look good.
But no, it's
period.
not that, Nick. But you got to make
they've already popped the
could-
bubble.
right. But how can you have a face big guy, big girl against a heel little
Small,
person?
yeah.
The story makes no sense.
It's just the
it should
match-
be the good little person against
Yeah.
the monster.
No, but I think what they're doing it
Even
from
at
the
WrestleMania,
Be a
the
Star.
match
They're
sucked.
doing it for the
No, I
BSR,
didn't
which
think-
makes
I didn't
no
think-
sense.
Hold on a second. I didn't think the match sucked. I love the storyline that happened behind that, but there's a Be a
I
Star
love the
aspect of it.
storyline too.
There is a Be a Star aspect of it. The match was at WrestleMania. I actually think it was decent given the size disparity between the two of them. I think that this match didn't have nearly the luster, the just the grandiose nature that you saw at WrestleMania, but they're done with that and they're moving on.
I just want to see Ronda Rousey pick her up and just drop her and walk away with the
But now
strap.
you've got Nia Jax, who's not the best, against a still
Another
very
wrestler
green
that's very
and
green.
rookie.
So it's going to be another
It's
sloppy
gonna
match.
be that's why I thought for sure that they were gonna set up
Charlotte and
no
Ronda.
Natty. Let
Yeah,
Natty
yeah.
work Ronda Rousey because she's flawless.
Natty was training her.
Right,
is
and
training
let
too.
her go in the ring because Natty knows what's going on, and even if something goes
I think
bad,
Natty's going to get involved. So here's
right,
I wouldn't
something
be
has to happen.
I think that right now, I think there's an identity crisis happening with Nia Jax because Nia Jax is a bona fide heel. That's her
100%
MO.
correct.
She can't not be a heel. I mean, The Big Show could be a face sometimes, but he works better as a heel. Mark Henry could be a face sometimes. He works better as a heel. That's just how she's built.
All those
it's
big
in her
guys,
DNA.
right?
So she needs to do that. I think that's what's going to happen in the next match. Is that Ronda Rousey match is either going to be her official heel turn, or it's going to be an opportunity for Natty to turn heel against Ronda. Her and Ronda go at it one-on-one, because I don't think that they're going to run anything against Ronda Rousey at this point. Because here's the thing, you put Ronda versus Nia, that's like a WrestleMania type match, because you've been building up Nia Jax for how long, and you've been building up Ronda Rousey. You're not going to have her lose if if Nia didn't lose to, you can't.
The problem is
there's going to be a swerve.
The problem is if something goes wrong in the ring, neither of them know how to fix it. That's
that's why I think Natty's going to be there ringside.
I don't want to see Nia Jax.
The big thing is I love Nia Jax. It's always been set up though. Bad guy, big guy, little person, good guy trying to conquer. Look at Batista, Rey Mysterio, right? Kevin Nash throwing Rey Mysterio into the production truck. Remember?
Well, and that's
Big
where
John
it starts.
Studd, all those guys were the heel monsters against the little guys,
and a lot of those started as faces. So I think that there needs to be that progression, that change. Nia Jax needs to change, and then there needs to be another face that's coming after. Anyways,
next match.
Next match was Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton.
Not good.
That's a joke. Randy Orton has to go on vacation.
Like a year long vacation. I'm agreeing with you now.
He does not have the fire that he had back in the day.
I don't think his persona is
he's burnt out. That's my personal opinion.
Lame at this point. I mean, there's no Viper anymore.
He's got to change his gimmick a little bit.
He's indifferent. He's completely indifferent to what's going on right now, and it shows. That's the bad part.
But here's the difference too. If you remember, he's had this indifferent type of outer personality for a long time.
But
he was winning championships and it was cool.
Right. You can have the facial expression,
yeah,
but then you got to work.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Now he's indifferent.
It's creating him not to perform.
Right.
And it's something and this is probably me just kind of like picking away at nothing here, but if you look at his power slams, there's no effort in it whatsoever. It's just nothing.
At the end of the day, when you're a wrestler, you travel all the time. I think he's just burnt out.
Yeah,
he's
I think he's tired.
Point where he just needs to leave for like a year. Vince just needs to tell him, dude, go.
Randy the Garden Snake Orton. I love that. Thank you, Tony.
Vince needs to tell him, go. Just leave. And we'll call you when we're ready for you. And maybe repackage him a little bit. Don't change the Viper, but have him just come back a little bit different.
He's got to come back with a chip on his shoulder or something. Look at what I mean. Who are the other superstars that came around the time of Randy Orton? Look what they're doing now. John Cena, even in his own right, he's actually starting to move away from the WWE altogether.
Batista.
Everybody else in his class is either gone, they're going, or if they're here, they're actually showing up every night. I think he's the outlier, and he needs to figure that out.
But at $4 million, do you go anywhere?
No, I don't think you have to.
He just needs to go. He just needs to take a vacation.
I think what they need to do is bring back a stable around him, have him start coaching a couple of young guys, bringing them back up, because really, I think that's when he does best. But
he's an egomaniac. I don't think he would do it. I think he's just got to go. I don't think he's.
Get him out, let him find that fire, bring him back.
I would say he would coach up, or he would train some of the younger guys from a story perspective in the same way that Triple H did, because he knew he had limitations as a performer, so he had to have people around him, all of the Degeneration X, to be able to support him. Randy, I don't think ever needed that when he was with Evolution with everybody else. It was just kind of like the cherry on top. Now he's starting to realize his age. Maybe it would be not a bad thing to have somebody behind him. I don't know. Maybe some of the NXT guys.
The New Day fiasco.
New Day, Rusev Day, and others cross paths with Elias.
Pancakes. That was dumb.
That was garbage.
That was dumb.
And 35 minutes of wasted.
That was dumb.
Of wasted pay-per-view, which we'll get into.
That's why the pay-per-view ended up running 30 minutes late because of that.
What is going on with Elias too? You got to strike when the iron's hot. And really kind of just
Vince likes him, I heard.
No, I like him too. What I'm saying though is that you need to give him something interesting. I don't know. They're just not using.
All right. Anyways, after the New Day fiasco,
Daniel Bryan and Big Cass.
That was a mess.
Big Cass equals Kevin Nash.
Worse. Kevin Nash at least had
work the mic at least.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. I'm talking about in the ring. They're both shit.
No. Well, hold on a second.
He belongs on Impact Wrestling with Enzo. That's where he belongs.
Even in the ring, Kevin Nash actually could like have a presence.
Yeah, and give you the same 4 moves.
Yeah, you know what?
Like
2 knees to the gut, 2 pins you in the corner, the 2 back elbow. No, that's Diamond Dallas Page.
No.
Oh, and he lined up the elbow. Yeah. Then he lined up, and that was in the big boot and the power bomb, and you were done.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. That
But
was
he made it
dumb.
look
I don't even
good.
want to talk about
Nick's
that match.
favorite match, Carmella and Charlotte.
What
Dude,
is going on with Daniel Bryan?
I posted on my Twitter, please God help me. I cannot watch Carmella wrestle anymore.
With the screaming?
No,
Oh,
she
my
can't
God.
wrestle.
Forget about that.
My
I'm talking
ears were
about
bleeding.
to pick up the screaming on top of
Charlotte
it.
Flair wanted to kill her, I think, after the end of the match.
Yep.
She is brutal. Why they even gave her a chance to put the strap on her is beyond me.
What do you mean though? The WWE is personalities. You heard it from Stephanie McMahon herself. It's larger than life personalities. They don't do it based off talent.
They prematurely promoted these women from NXT
and got caught with their pants down.
Carmella is not ready.
Remember when Charlotte wrestled what's her face from Ruby the Riot?
Yeah, she wanted to kill her
and
too.
She wanted to kill her in the ring because she kept not getting right.
Yeah, Charlotte is an amazing women's wrestler, probably the best one.
Yeah,
I think even in a way better than, I wouldn't say better, close to Natty.
I'd say no. Natty's a technical wrestler, where Charlotte is from A to B, spot on, and she's a magician with the mic.
These other women, man, they can't come close.
They can't
to her.
hold.
Just
nothing.
remember one thing.
Brutal.
If you want to see the quality of Natty, just watch her with Kong in Japan and watch her wrestle guys in Japan. I don't think she's ever really had that opportunity. If Natty came into the WWE at the same time now as Charlotte, I think even with her lack of ability on the mic, I think that she would have been at the top of the list because she can do what she
especially
can do.
back then.
Tony said Big Cass could be world champion Impact. I bet he probably can.
No.
Big Cass is going to be a champion on Raw at some point. It's going to happen. It's going to suck. We got to deal with it.
Just like Archer in Japan. Remember Archer?
Dude, he's good.
Yeah, I know he was.
You see him
TNA.
and Davey Boy Smith.
Yeah, Davey Boy. I was watching it today.
What are they called? Killer Elite Squad.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're really
Mella
good as a tag team.
of an interstate champion. Mella's brutal. I don't want to see her anymore.
That's
more of an interstate
garbage. I turn the channel every time Carmella comes on. I turn it because I can't watch it. All right. Anyways, next match.
And then Shinsuke and AJ Styles.
That's garbage. They need to do two things with that whole angle. They either need to put the strap on Shinsuke and move on, or just stop it and just go on.
See, this is only in the WWE could you take a rivalry that had so much just gravitas in New Japan.
Eli. Thank you, Eli.
And bring that here and make it about low blows and nut punches.
Fuck it up so bad.
This is what the WWE does. They do this from around the world. They take the best talent from around the world, they bring them into the WWE, and it's a dick and a fart joke.
Yep.
And it gets super annoying
if you
after a
combine
while.
all of their matches that they had, it does not even come close to their match in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
No,
but the
problem
problem is start from WrestleMania until yesterday. They've
It's
wrestled 4 times. Why would they do that?
And then why would they have Nakamura win on SmackDown Live yesterday?
Right.
Like,
and a non-title out of all that fighting,
like,
then they
come
turned
on.
this. The second they said it's a non-title,
the booker of those matches.
It's not there's no such thing as a booker.
Or there's the writers.
So there's an
15
agent.
writers.
So they come up with the deal, right, and say, here's how we want the format, and then they go, okay, Michael Hayes, Road Dogg, Malenko.
Who's the agent for this one?
What's the bald guy? Scrap Iron Adam Pierce. Remember, he's from here. I think Hayes. I know Hayes booked the Lesnar Reigns, but I would imagine that Hayes booked. No, this match was Road Dogg's put together.
Horrible, man.
But it's not the Road Dogg's fault.
WWE tells
if they give you this is how we want the match to end in a double low blow or a double count out or whatever, Road Dogg's job is to get from the ringing of the bell to the finish. So it's not the end is not the Road Dogg's fault. But how can you possibly do that? 4 matches, pinned by AJ,
double count out,
DQ, right?
Yeah,
no, double count out,
double count out,
right?
Yeah,
disqualification, double count out again.
Yeah,
and then just at any opportunity,
right?
My favorite thing that comes out of this is all the memes that happen. Is they show the picture of AJ Styles with all his kids. And then Nakamura just wants to make sure that he's like his form of birth control.
Yeah,
So-
but I just don't understand how they can
it's-
take something this and the
Because
match,
it's
and
the
you know what?
WWE,
It
they
was
don't give a
gold.
shit
But
about
wait,
stories.
and the backlash match though, up until the finish, was respectable.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Hold on a second. What was the match? What was the house show that they had where everyone was talking about that match and they were like, "Why is this match better?"
That's exactly because they don't want to get. I'm convinced that
Wait, wasn't Greatest Royal Rumble? They said that their match at Greatest Royal Rumble was better than WrestleMania.
100%.
And they even had house matches that are better. So why are they holding?
Right. It's being done on purpose.
Yeah.
They've been. If you watch the AJ Nakamura matches from New Japan, just the
Yes.
flow of the match, and then you watch these matches, it's like two different wrestlers are
New
inside
It's
the
Japan,
very
ring.
strong. It's very
They
strong.
let you. I think they let the wrestlers do what they want.
It's not that they let you. They give you
They
freedom.
give you freedom
tell
to
you
do what you
fine,
want.
not too much
I
blood.
was
not too
watching
much of this.
today. I was just telling Bill about it. Today they had, because it was the Genesis New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is on AXS, and they had Marty Scurll versus Ospreay.
Will Ospreay.
Dude, this match was probably the best match I've seen in probably 6 months. I mean, it was nuts. Both of those guys, and like, I don't know.
They won't let them do that here. You're going to tell me that AJ and Nakamura sat in the back and said, "Okay, we're going to do this spot from when we did the Tokyo Dome. This
No,
spot from," and they
in a
said,
way-
"Nope, not going to happen."
In a way, I agree with Kenny Omega when he said, "Why would I sign with
course.
WWE?"
Of course.
He said, at prime of his
No,
career,
why-
he can put matches that people will remember.
He's
forever
he's
at
gonna
New Japan Pro
sign.
Wrestling.
He's gonna sign with the WWE right as he feels he's
It's
on
over.
the pendulum backswing.
What match
get-
is going to be because Nakamura won, so he can make the stipulation.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's saying that Tony's saying the match at Money in the Bank is going to be a ladder match.
Well,
No, it's going to be a full. I bet you they do like a full TLC match.
Yeah, table ladders, chair. No,
I'd probably
I don't know,
just
we'll
do a
see.
regular ladder match. I mean, they already have ladders. Why not?
Yeah.
But here's the thing too with these guys, and this is something that I always find interesting. In so many interviews that they've talked about this, how they book these matches, how they build these matches, and more often than not, when you're talking about big marquee matches like championships or involving the champion, they say one thing. We tell you two things, or two or three things. This is how much time you got. You got 15 minutes. This is the finish. All right, and this is who's going over.
Well, they've got the start. Typically, they go start, turn, finish,
and then finish.
Right?
And that's it. And if they have to make changes, they make the changes on the fly. The referee will change it.
and
but
the agent will fill in the blanks, and then they'll talk from gorilla to the referee
Exactly.
if he's running long on time, if they're running, if they need to extend it or whatever. But and put down
come up
together
with a good
an
match.
instant classic.
But here's the thing. You don't even need that.
Speak English.
No, okay. It was funny. It was racist. It was dumb, but it was funny in that moment too. I think he was kind of that's how he's got to be that dickish heel. So I'll take it. But
he's awesome as a heel, though. Think about it. He's
He's
much better as a heel,
way
right?
better as a heel because he can piss off a lot of people with doing the very least amount of talking. Here's what was that?
Tony wrote in his accent. He no speak English.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's pretty funny.
Racist. But no, I will tell you that. Just remember one thing.
That's racist.
Do you remember Nakamura's first match against Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
The two had never touched in the ring. They had never been together. And
Yeah,
from
but
all reports, no. From all reports,
That was NXT, wasn't it?
it doesn't.
Remember when he showed up?
Yeah, no, it
With
wasn't.
the violin?
Yeah, it didn't matter though, and from all reports too, because they had reports. Everyone was like, "Oh, they must have spent time." Like, no, they had never talked and never planned it out before, and they put on a hell of a match. So it's not about the two of them sitting down; it's literally the WWE
Holding him back.
them.
Yeah,
Exactly,
100% correct.
Something's got to change. But here's the thing: I've seen this before. WWE does this if they want to drag something out, and they're going to have a big finish, at least in their mind. Do you think at this point their big finish is going to be SummerSlam?
No.
Do you think it can go that long?
I think it's going to move on and go either Samoa Joe, AJ, or.
But why? But that's my question: is why would you waste this rivalry?
Because
This
they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Not just that, but
think about
Vince
it.
But why
McMahon
do it
doesn't
right
like
after
Nakamura?
Think about this part.
Then why the hell hire him?
But think exactly. But think
Triple
about
H
it.
pushed them.
Right. Think about it. You go.
So if you believe in your manager enough, if you believe in a manager underneath you, right,
Vince
enough to hire
Vince may
somebody.
change. She may like him eventually, but for the time being, I've heard that Vince just does not like him.
But it's not only that. Think about how this card was laid out. Miz, Rollins, right? high.
Yeah.
You go down now with the shit women's matches. You fall an all-time low with the New Day and the Pancakes. Then you then you try to build up. Now, if you blast off Nakamura and AJ, what are the people going to do when Samoa Joe and Rollins? They're going to shit all. Roman Reigns, and that's why I keep thinking that they won't let them
doing it purposely.
They won't let them tear the house down
because they want Roman Reigns
of the
to look
match
better.
that's coming behind them.
It might be,
which is a problem when you have co-branded pay-per-views like this, and you don't let them be the shiny. This, and again, we talked about this before when this first happened. What the hell is the point of having a co-branded pay-per-view when they're
going to go 6 hours, or wrestlers are going to miss their opportunity?
Exactly. When you have multiple brands, and at the same time, if Brock is ever on the card, he's not going to not be the main event.
I agree with them, meaning that their ratings are going to go higher because their pay-per-view ratings will go higher.
No, it won't, because it's all subscribers to the network. They could give. That's why we're getting Raws and SmackDowns that are comparable to a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they're so hell-bent right now on Roman Reigns that they are making sure that there's nothing to take people away from that.
But what are they fighting?
They're fighting their selves.
No, so you're right. But what are they fighting? You've got two camps of thought on this, right? Either there are too many pay-per-views because you have both Raw and SmackDown their own, or the pay-per-views are too long and nobody gets a push. I don't think people had an issue with the fact that there were too many pay-per-views. 2 a month, basically a pay-per-view every other week, is not the worst thing in the world. What sucks is when you do a pay-per-view every 2 weeks and the finishes suck.
And the match again happens as a rematch, or he's out for revenge 10 days later. The whole purpose of a pay-per-view is to build up
for a month.
Is to build up to something. Bad guy jumps good guy seeks revenge. They can never get their hands on each other. How are we going to solve this? At the pay-per-view, that's when you see it. But look, WrestleMania, the Tuesday after WrestleMania, right? Then we go to Backlash. No, Greatest Royal Rumble, Backlash, SmackDown yesterday. Every time Nakamura, AJ.
Yeah.
What does that do to that?
It diminishes. You don't want to see it anymore.
It's like watching a no-hitter every day. If everybody's throwing no-hitters, what does a no-hitter do to everybody?
But hold on a second. But the idea, I think, too, is that think about the opposite. What would be the opposite of it? Have him just talk?
No, have him
wrestle.
Here's what happens.
Somewhere.
AJ's fighting Rusev. Nakamura interferes, costs them the match.
They did that once, yeah.
Once, exactly. And then they wrestled 4 times.
Just think about the old days with like even Stone Cold era, where Stone Cold would do all these skits in between. He never wrestled. He just appeared and did something, and then they never really crossed.
That's a good point. He would have a match like once every 4 episodes.
But anyways,
he'd have a match against somebody else, but the whole storyline building up to a pay-per-view was he was fucking with the McMahons. He was fucking with the corporation. Remember when The Rock became joined Vince and then all that stuff? That was the whole plan. But you didn't see Stone Cold Rock Tuesday, Sunday pay-per-view.
You never saw him, only on pay-per-views.
Right.
All right. So the next match after that, I think, was Reigns.
That was a fiasco.
Joe, right?
That was garbage.
Yeah, the whole match was garbage.
I love the beginning though, with Joe going crazy before the bell even rings.
And then the whole point, the whole pay-per-view was garbage. I totally thought the first match was the best match, which was Miz Rollins.
No doubt about it.
Other than that, I think that the greatest Royal Rumble and Backlash were a waste of time. I didn't like either.
How about the fans turning on?
Yeah, and that was, I think, the most important one.
On which one?
At Money in the Bank. First of all, they started
at Backlash.
At Backlash, I'm sorry, they started yelling, "Let's beat the traffic!"
Yeah,
because they ran 35 minutes
and
over.
Then people got up in the middle of the match and started
leaving.
Out.
They started yelling for CM Punk. They started yelling.
Yeah,
this is awful.
you know it's bad when there's a CM Punk.
So
no, they turned on Joe.
Yeah. So that's where that's where the rumors came out then, that they said Vince McMahon was upset because for the first time he saw fans leaving in the middle of a main event.
Maybe that's a wake-up call. Maybe it's a wake-up call.
We don't know what's going to happen, but I guess that was
they're saying it was the fans got up to leave because they were running late and they're in New Jersey with god-awful traffic on a Sunday. Number 2, I think he was okay with Reigns getting booed and then having the bad guy against Roman Reigns getting a reaction. But then what happened Sunday was they turned on Joe. Every time Samoa Joe went to go do those rest moves in between with the chin lock and the headlock.
Yeah, New Jersey's a brutal crowd, man.
And they let them have it because remember that match started off all outside. Tape, what'd they break? the 3 tables or the 2 out of the 3 tables. They broke 2 out of the 3 tables. And they were going crazy. Then they get back in the ring. Then Samoa Joe puts the chin lock on him. And they said it was like a 4.5 minute chin lock. Then they did 2 moves, and then he put a 7-minute rear naked choke on him for rest. So it was, and then once the second one happened, that's when the fans completely turned off.
Yeah, and then they just got up and they were walking out. So
and they cut off. Remember, spear by Reigns. They cut to the crowd usually because the crowd's always like, yeah, or whatever. And you see the people with their backs going up the aisles.
But again, the problem is that it's even if here's the thing, even if Vince McMahon is pissed off.
If Roman Reigns does another if he's on the main event, I don't think it will be for Money in the Bank, but when he is in another main event, literally, if you can get 50 to 60 to 70% of that arena to get up even before the match starts,
but it means
turn around.
Means nothing,
but
it means nothing. But what's the statement? The people already paid their $100.
So that was my point. So
people already paid their $100. Like, fuck him, I don't give a shit. I already got my $100 a person.
Vince McMahon is going to be pissed off as much as he wants to be pissed off. But here's the thing: listen to their quarterly sales calls or their quarterly their quarterly calls. Right,
the last quarter was great.
Everything is up. Subscribers are up, pay-per-views are up, merchandise is up, third-party advertisements up, merchandise right there. Oh, yeah. So on top of that, what did we just talk about earlier today about how they're wanting to triple down on that contract for Monday Night Raw, and they're going to shop out.
Perfect. Yes,
and they're going to move
go into the news.
Literally everything that they're doing right now is all on the upswing. If I remember the stock, man,
except the quality of wrestling.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's one of the best things. When you're Wall Street, you don't give 2 shits about the quality of it as long as people keep buying.
I agree.
So if Vince McMahon might get pissed for a minute that people are leaving.
As numbers are doing good.
But the numbers are doing good. And you know what's going to happen? There's always something in between. There's always something in between the pay-per-view and the next pay-per-view. And if you're talking about a city like Chicago that hasn't, when was the last time we had a decent pay-per-view? Now we're back to Money in the Bank.
Cena Punk.
We're going. Well, no, I'm saying, and like just in general, that's not like a fast lane or whatever.
Right.
Whatever a non-fast lane. You know, we usually get Backlash or now Money in the Bank. We get Money in the Bank. Everyone's going to show up for that. You're not going to not have to go on StubHub. There are around 1,100 tickets left for Money in the Bank, and around 1,500 tickets left for NXT.
Yeah, but hold on.
0 for All In.
Wait,
and 0 for All In.
Wait, no, let me be clear on that. They're sold out when they're on StubHub. That means someone bought them.
No,
and they're being resold,
which is always a bad number.
But it's low. That's what I'm saying. Is that right now, for the fact that we're this many weeks out, and then they're only 1,100 tickets left out of that 13,000+ stadium.
Yeah, he's filling it good.
They're filling it. They've already sold the whole thing out, and resellers and scalpers are going to make their money too.
Now you sound like me when I was talking about the Cubs and the Tribune Company.
No. Yeah, I mean, they don't care. They really don't care at this point. They're making their money. They're going to be fine with it. And they're going to continue to come out with new content. They're finding new ways to do it. Plus, their stars are leaving the industry, and they're going out there in Hollywood. John Cena, Batista, The Rock.
Making money.
The Rock just signed the biggest contract in his career for Disney Jungle Cruise. Disney Jungle Cruise is basically a ride that they have over at Disney. You've been there with the family, I'm guessing.
Go every year.
And it's his Pirates of the Caribbean. It's his Pirates of the Caribbean. It's the biggest contract he's ever signed to date.
Because of Jumanji.
Jumanji, not to mention, was $1 billion movie. All these other things, and no matter what he does, he's always connected back to WWE.
Previous contracts with Disney too.
But then, are you a wrestling company or are you an entertainment company?
But that's the thing; they're not a wrestling company. They haven't been a wrestling company for years.
So this is what I was thinking about today after I was watching New Japan Wrestling. In my personal opinion, the best wrestling is at New Japan Pro Wrestling.
100%
agreed.
The best entertainment is the WWE. And that's...
Name one thing that's entertaining. Tell me right now. Don't tell me the fucking New Day. Don't tell me one thing that you're going to say that you watched and said, you know what? Legit. Go. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Hold on a second. You're
no. I want to hear Nick, Mr. Entertainment. Let's hear it.
But what's his level of entertainment? Here's the thing. Our level of entertainment is quality of matches.
But
if
you're
talking about the vast majority, look up the statistics right now. So on their quarterly reports, they actually talk about what their demographic
and Nick's still
is.
Thinking.
The fashion popo.
And Nick is still thinking right now.
Popo.
Exactly.
Hold on, but their demographic is under the age of 30. The people who give a crap about the style of wrestling and the quality are over the age of 30. So Ergo,
why can't they do both?
Well, I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying that realistically, if they try to do both at that high of a level with as many shows as that they do, how many shows total is New Japan doing in an entire year?
Wait, pay-per-views or shows?
No,
50.
altogether
50.
shows. Altogether shows. 50.
50
How many shows is WWE doing?
200.
If I am on Monday Night Raw, I am doing 240 plus shows a year, including pay-per-views. And I'm not always on the card, but I'm still showing up. I'm doing press. I'm doing travel. I'm doing all this. Everything in New Japan. And how many different stadiums do they do in New Japan? How many different stadiums?
7.
Yeah.
They're out of 7. For the WWE, how many different stadiums are they out of?
Okay,
over
then
the course of the
explain
year?
to me. Then explain to me why when I click and watch NXT, the quality of the match goes up tenfold.
Again, for a couple of reasons. Number one, the vast majority of their shows are in a singular location. They've started to do house shows now in a very, very precise amount of locations. There are fewer cooks in the kitchen. Exactly. And they have fewer cooks in the kitchen. We went from back in the day having 6, maybe 8 total pay-per-views over the course of the year.
Elias.
Yeah. By the way, that is
what
one of my favorite
WWE stand for? Man, I
World
should have
Wrestling
got
Alliance.
that on here. I don't think I got it.
You got to look at it. I think we have an oversaturation problem. And here's the thing: if you have these guys go all out at every one of these things, someone's going to die.
No, but
Someone's
it's not
gonna
a
get
matter
injured.
of going all out, but at least make the story halfway decent. Because look,
But you have to be able to keep it not only interesting, but you have to keep it easy to understand for the average person just showing up and watching. In other words, can I watch a 3-minute highlight reel
Sure.
and get emotionally invested to an extent where I can kind of like, I got a suspension of disbelief. Now, I think that they do that very well at the big shows, and they have amazing editors that do really good job on those highlight videos.
yeah, the highlight videos is the best part of all WWE.
Exactly. But here's the thing, and this is what I'm just going to say.
Because of their production.
That's
Right.
what it was the same thing in the Attitude Era. If you look back and week to week, there were weeks that were absolute shit, dog shit in the Attitude Era too. There was 1 or 2 good segments,
I was a
but
Nitro guy
we
during
look
the Attitude Era.
I like the camera quality back then.
WCW.
I was a big fan of cinematography. They looked way better in hindsight because that's what we do. We look back at the past and with rose-colored glasses. That's just the way we do it. Now it's the same thing, but again, you're trying to compare our ROH or New Japan or whatever else who does 50-something shows versus 200 shows. There's a different dynamic. NXT is not doing nearly as much, so that's why I like it better. So
but
that's
still, when they get in the ring,
yeah,
they
because
do what they're supposed to do.
Because there's less risk with those
I
guys.
think
You're
it
not putting
sums
your
it up.
company, you're not putting your entire company's future
I think Roman
on
Reigns,
Velveteen Dream. You don't care.
Roman Reigns summed it all up last couple days when he said, "I don't care if people boo. I can," or what's his exact words is, "I don't give a fuck if people boo me as long as people buy tickets to come to see me.
Yes.
That's all that matters," and that's true.
Yeah.
So
Right, but okay.
Vince and the product won't change until people stop going to
And no
the
one's going to
stadiums
stop.
and buying the pay-per-views.
No one's going to stop.
And until they stop doing that, then
And the guaranteed contracts are ruining everything too, in my opinion.
Well, hold on a second, but they don't even have guaranteed
Yes, they
contracts.
do.
Who?
yeah,
everybody-
everyone
No,
does now.
no.
Yeah,
They don't? Since
Everybody-
when?
they started that now.
Everybody,
Wait, hold on.
everybody in the
So-
last 6, I'd say 10
Not
years.
Rusev. Who's the new guy that signed a 5-year deal?
Everybody, Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
No,
Kevin
hold on, hold
Owens.
on.
just
Every
signed a
wrestler,
5-year deal.
Hold on,
every
hold on.
wrestler
Whoa,
that
whoa,
comes
whoa,
to
whoa.
WWE has a downside
you-
guarantee.
All of these are reported. We don't actually know.
Guaranteed
Who knows?
downside contract. That's all the WWE. This all started when Bischoff took Nash and Young and Scott
The
Hall,
guaranteed contracts.
giving him a guaranteed downside
So-
plus an X number of percentage of what gets sold and a piece of pay-per-view money. And
Hold on. Then
So-
what happened to Ryback then?
Hold
What
on.
happened? What happened to Ryback
he
then?
asked for his release.
No. But
He
hold on,
wanted
hold on.
more money. He had
Right.
a guaranteed contract, and he thought he was getting paid less. And after he found out other people were making more money, he was asking for more money.
So-
and that's not how to work. Because when you sign
From-
a dotted line,
Right.
a guaranteed contract, you have to work it
Right.
out.
Well,
And
no,
then
no,
they
for
just-
sure,
he asked for his
for sure.
release
That's
to
what
leave.
happened with Rey Mysterio. That's why when he went on a 1-year hiatus for his injury,
And they were
they
paying
added
him.
1 year to his
Exactly.
performance, and then he ended up having to have a grievance with them.
Here's the deal.
But I didn't think that was for everybody.
Yes,
No,
everybody has a downside. It's
Well,
basically
shit. If that's the case, Mandy Rose is getting screwed 6 ways
So,
from Sunday.
back-
$80,000 a year on
Yeah.
a guaranteed
Hey,
contract and
for
doing all that
her,
work.
for her.
So back in the day,
What was she
they
gonna
used
do?
to
Go walk on a runway with a fucking bikini on and get paid $3,000?
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's insane. But being on the big shows,
80,000 plus $1 a shirt or whatever the case may be.
Back in the day, they used to give you a percentage of a pay-per-view if you were on the pay-per-view, and depending on if you were a champion or whatever, that's all gone. So what they do now is they give you guaranteed contract. Wrestlers that are brought up from NXT to the main roster are signed to like a rookie deal. And then once they and then, I don't know how many years it's for, maybe minimal 1 or 2. And then once they get on there, then they negotiate for a higher deal. So Rusev just got a new deal. Miz just got a new deal.
Ziggler got a new deal. Kevin Owens got a new deal.
See, I was still under the impression that these guys were independent contractors, which is why
they still are.
But that's not a guaranteed contract.
Yes, they get let's say $2 million for 200 dates.
Yes.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Then they get a piece of the merchandise. Right.
So the reason they did that is because when the WWE network was created, there were lawsuits that went to the WWE saying, hey, you're using my footage, so now I need you to give me a percentage. So now that they're all on the WWE network doing all these shows, they just pay them, this is what we're paying you. And then all the merchandise sales that you get, the percentage of that.
And then they have the Legends contract number for the
but you still
to do appearances and all that stuff. Everything is all cut and dry, right? Which has been the argument for a long time.
Anyways, let's move on and get out of this.
Quick question for you: are we still going on Facebook Live?
Oh no! Thanks for reminding me. We can jump on really quick.
I think we should let's jump on Facebook Live and talk about the news with the sell-offs and everything else, and kind of.
Well, I want to jump into the news
and then wrap it up with Money in the Bank predictions.
Yeah.
I don't even think they have the full card out yet, do they?
No, I've got something. I've got something.
Although that takeover match between Ricochet and
Velveteen Dream is going to be sick.
I wanted to pull though that NXT card though to see if anything.
There's only
there's like 40. There's like 40 different prediction.
I see Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan. They already said that, right?
No, God, Lars.
Nikki Cross and Baszler, and then Ricochet, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, I've seen like a bunch of different permutations of what the card could look like, but everyone's got something different.
I want to go back to the days of booking where you got paid by how many people showed up.
No longer happens.
No, never.
All right, we're on Facebook Live, so we're good. We're on both.
What up, Facebook?
So yeah, everyone who is going to be joining us on Facebook, welcome. And thanks for joining us. I'll probably join both, or I'll keep an eye on both chat rooms. But anyways, let's go to
if you haven't done so already, make sure you go onto our YouTube page and subscribe. If you do not, I will spoil Avengers Infinity War for you and Deadpool. I've already seen it.
We're over on YouTube. If you want to catch the whole show, we are on our YouTube channel. You can catch the beginning there, subscribe to us there, and we'll be on there. So anyways, real quick, I wanted to just go over all the news so we can get over that and then move on here. So all right, the cards in the back. So hot news that went out. I'm gonna do all in the end. John Cena, Nikki Bella breakup. Work, not a work.
Work.
Big work.
Work.
I called it work a long time ago. It's for the
where's the Rihanna? Where's the Rihanna little work? You got nothing set up?
I don't have that on the what is
copyright laws?
What does Taz call it? The
sound
effects store downstairs.
Oh yeah.
No, don't have it on the sound effects board. But
we don't have that budget.
They big work for the release this Sunday of Total
Bellas.
I want to
which I'm a huge fan of.
Oh my god.
So question
watch
is,
it all the time. My wife watches it. That's why.
Question is, you saw the tweet that came out earlier today,
I'm dying here.
right before the season premiere. John Cena said, I still love her. I would still marry her, but there were just interesting circumstances that caused it not to happen.
Here's the funny.
Are they going to get back together by the end of the season? That's all that I want to know.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. Can we have that prediction now?
So this is the funnier thing. I went on Twitter the moment it was announced, and I posted on Twitter. If you guys go to our Twitter account at WCSN312, and I said it was a work. And I got people tweeting me back saying, "How dare you say that this is a work? This is someone's." I'm like, dude, seriously, bro? I go, this is a work.
And here's my problem with the whole thing: we're spending time talking about Total Bellas and who's banging who, instead of talking about what's happening inside the 20 by 20 bull
again
shit.
Why are we getting caught up on that though?
Because we're idiots, and this is what happens in the year 2018.
No, I'm saying, why are we getting caught up in the days where we're still freaking out about the fact that this is entertainment based? This isn't like 2000 anymore. Like, we've had 18 years now of this new type of era. We know what we're getting ourselves into, and it's only going to get bigger. It's going to go to it's expanding to Twitter. It's expanding to Instagram. It's expanding to whatever. And they're going to continue to do that. The goal is to bleed all of the edges from one. There's this huge Venn diagram, all culminating with money for the WWE.
All right. Anyways, let's keep moving on here. WWE, it just got reported today, and I actually got a text before we went live. WWE has been reported that rumors were going out before that. Fox is in heavy pursuit, and they want to get Raw, SmackDown, and NXT on their network.
And Fox just canceled a bunch of shows recently.
NBC
so they're making room for that, and a lot of those shows had some pretty big salaries along with it. So looks like they want to fill some spots.
What it seems like right now, and what it sounds like, is that NBC/USA is going to keep Raw. That's not set in stone.
At triple the price.
At triple the price, which would be huge for WWE. Stock price goes sky high.
Somebody will buy in now, but somebody needs to explain to me, though, how would they justify paying them 3 times more?
They sell the advertising time off.
All big time.
But hold
it's
on
like the Super Bowl.
Oh, no, I get that, but realistically, though, have they actually had the draws? Where have the ratings been to justify that?
Number one watched show on cable television.
And it's the longest running too. Yep.
And the longest running.
And the longest it beat The Simpsons.
The longest running is because just you can make that negotiation long term, but realistically, a 3-hour program on Fox.
This is
other than sports, other than live sports, and most of the time it even beats the broadcast of live sporting events.
So this is what they're trying to do. So NBC is trying to keep a Raw for triple the price on their network, on USA Network, which it is right now. And WWE is putting up for sale SmackDown Live, which Fox wants to buy. Now, initially rumored, Fox wanted to buy Raw and put it on Fox, free TV. They then wanted to buy SmackDown and then put SmackDown on FS1.
Right.
And they were going to put NXT either on FX or FXX. So let's just say they're going to be in a bidding war right now for that, and there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be flown to Vince McMahon's direction.
Hollywood Reporter is reporting it as well within the last hour here, so it looks like it's the most up-to-date thing outside of Bleacher Report.
Yeah, so that is that's going to be solid, so we'll see what happens there. And I actually would like to see it go on Fox free TV. They'll get more viewers. They might even get more people on their network, so we'll see what happens there. Hogan's comeback, when, where?
SummerSlam.
That's what I was thinking.
Can I just say why?
Hey, man, I would like to see Hogan back.
Why not? People have done far worse.
Yeah, I'd like to see him come back.
It's not even about the far worse.
Storyline do you think they're going to throw him in?
That's my point.
Ambassador, general manager, something.
They'll probably get rid of Kurt Angle and then put him as Raw general manager or something.
We'll go from one immobile person to an even more immobile
So we'll basically go back to TNA, circa 2015.
Bring Bischoff with.
What do they call Kane again? The demon.
Devil's favorite demon.
Devil's favorite demon won the mayoral primary for
which
the GOP bid in Knox County, which means he's on the ballot to become the mayor of Knox
Who's he
County.
going up? Who's he going up against?
I don't know. So
couple cows.
Congratulations to Kaner there.
And his insurance business is doing well.
Lashley has been going around backstage telling a lot of wrestlers currently in the WWE and in Impact that he knew that supposedly the WWE has promised him that he will have a SummerSlam match versus Lesnar. Now, there's also people within the WWE that are hearing this executive-wise, and they're pretty pissed off at him. So,
of course,
we'll see. Glenn Jacobs is my old coach.
Coach Teddy went to school with Glenn Jacobs.
Are you serious?
Yep.
No way.
That is awesome.
That is awesome, dude.
Teddy Kahovich.
He's going to be the mayor now.
Best pitcher in softball history.
Yeah, he's going to be the mayor of Knox County soon.
Only person to have been thrown out of more softball games than me, by the way.
Awesome.
By the way,
Vipers?
Vipers. Only person that Teddy might be +2 on getting thrown out of games.
All right.
If you haven't done so yet, check out YouTube. Check out Glenn Jacobs. He does like these video podcasts of basically how to invest your money, how to work around tax laws and all this other kind of stuff. It is really just like a head trip when you see the Devil's favorite demon then talking about risk assessments like in the financial sector.
He's a smart guy. Everyone said he's a smart
he's
guy.
extremely smart. But it's literally a
Not
head
as many
fake.
as
No,
usually.
Teddy's wrong.
Oh no, it is a head fake just to watch that though. He's a really smart guy. And that's the other question. Does he officially retire at that point?
You went on the
I
wrong.
went on the wrong one.
Okay. Anyways, going on the next one. So Y2J is back in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I love
and
it.
he's going against Naito. So why does he do that anyways?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I wanted to look into that and
We
figure
should
out
buy
why.
some Chris Jericho scarves and wear them when we're doing our live broadcast.
We should.
What do you mean we should? I've got 3.
But
One lights up.
That's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But I'm glad Jericho's back.
Yep.
I'm glad that he's there.
Wonder how much he's getting paid to do those
I don't think
shots.
he's getting enough, dude. But I don't think he's getting a lot. But I think he's doing it because he wants to get good
No,
matches.
if he's smart, he goes, I want an X number of dollars and a piece of the gate.
Maybe, who knows? We'll see.
That's what Rey Mysterio asked for.
So what else is there that we got here? Graves Heat. That's all work.
How about those stupid glasses he was wearing yesterday?
Wait, what was the Graves Heat?
For saying something about the greatest Royal Rumble.
He has some heat because he tweeted out some things on the greatest Royal Rumble. That's all work. None of that is legit. It's all work. Triple H announced the UK is going to get a WWE pay-per-view event just like the greatest Royal Rumble, and it's going to be centered around the UK Championship.
Yep.
So that's going to be coming up too. Keith Lee, do you guys know who Keith Lee is?
Yes, sir.
He is headed to NXT, so he is basically an identical replica of Ricochet if you guys see him wrestle. So that's actually a huge positive that Keith Lee is going to be coming to NXT. So what's your thoughts on NXT basically NXT and WWE raping independent scenes?
It's a necessary evil.
Well, and I wouldn't say that they're raping the the independents. I think that what they're doing is they're positioning themselves as an alternate for some of these guys, and I think that some of these guys want the opportunity to make it. But you got to look at it. Most of these guys are either really, really young, or they're a little bit long in the tooth, and they just want that stability. I think Bobby Roode was one of those guys. He's like, I don't want to be in the
Mike,
independents.
How about Nick's favorite wrestler, Chris Hero?
Mike, that guy's nice. Mike, you look at Hop Hop. Look at Hop Hop up here. Anyways, hey, look, you can pick his nose too and stuff. Like, where's Hop Hop? He hasn't seen this.
He just texted me right now to see what we want for pizza so he can order.
Oh, tell him to jump on. Tell him, dude, I didn't know you were going to be at the recording today.
But I don't know.
But what?
I don't understand about NXT. You wonder
raping
now,
the independents.
You wonder if All In. Of course, now we know it's going to be a success. Can they pull it off a second time or a third time or a fourth time?
We'll see what happens with the quality of a show that they put out. And then
dude, if Okada shows up,
well, we'll see the quality of the show. If the quality of the show and the rumors out are saying that, hey, it was a great freaking show, I think they might do a second one. Here's my question. Are they going to stream it anywhere?
Not as of right now. They have not said that they're going to stream it.
For which one?
For All In.
For All In. No, they're going to have to do it
Fight
somewhere.
Network, probably.
No, hold on. What about Twitch?
I don't know.
I think Twitch has to deal with Impact.
Yeah, I'll talk more about.
But they can do a hell of an opportunity there because
got a lot about All In
right
now that it's sold out.
Let's get into that.
Now that it's sold out.
All right, so MLW, have you guys seen it?
A little bit of it.
All right, so here's my take on this. Is my
the
take
greatest
on MLW.
wrestler in the world, Colonel Parker.
Yeah.
Wait,
is
MLW
back wrestling.
So
Oh,
MLW is on BN Sports. You have Jack Swagger there. Who else are there that's notable wrestlers?
Strickland, Shane Strickland.
Yeah, who's the guy that was with the
oh, yeah.
What's the hell, that guy with the stash? I forgot his name.
Aiden English?
No, Aiden English is the other guy.
Oh no, you're
Aiden English is
his partner, his tag team partner.
Simon Gotch.
Simon Gotch.
He's there
from the Vaudevillians.
If you're old school wrestler, what's Colonel Parker's there? Who's a manager?
The greatest dude. That's
I
so
love
bad.
him too.
But
Dude, he looks the same.
But do you remember Colonel Parker before he became Colonel Parker?
Yeah.
Robert Fuller.
No, I don't remember him as Robert Fuller.
You remember the Stud Stable?
I do remember.
He copied that name from me and Mark Zielinski because we're the original Stud Stable.
Oh.
Him and Jimmy Golden. Go back when you get a chance. Watch Jimmy Golden, Robert Fuller as a tag team in Memphis, Mid-South, and all that. Then tell me why he's not the best.
So MLW is owned by, who was it? Not Conrad.
No, it's owned by Court Bauer.
There you go. So it's owned by Court Bauer. Court Bauer is really close friends with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Who was the first champion for MLW? Shane Douglas in 2002.
Yep.
Well, that was a long time ago. This is
reincarnation.
Yeah, Court bought it again, or bought it, and then he's trying to reincarnate it and stuff. So here's my take on it. They got Tony Schiavone as the announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Already, their audio quality and their announce team
is better than ROH.
Smokes ROH. Like, I was like, why couldn't ROH sign Tony Schiavone?
Dude, it's not even ROH. If anybody remembers when they did the What Culture Pro Wrestling, when they had their pro wrestling group, even them with what's his name, with Ross as the main announcer, was better than ROH, and that was surprising.
ROH is just brutal.
But that's the look
that your boy Colt Cabana.
Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
No comment.
Yeah,
they
used to work for him.
I know.
I think he still hates me.
I think Ring of Honor wants that look though. They want that dungeony look, don't you think? Hey, Rico's on.
Oh, look! Hey, look, Rico, who's up here? Look,
Rico.
Yeah.
Look, Rico.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I think hands down, the quality of audio on MLW smokes ROH. Tony Schiavone's doing a great job.
Gotta love that, man.
Wrestling, the setup, yeah. I'm not too sold on them just as of yet. But
who else is on that roster? I'm trying to look it up.
There's not too much. There's a
good tag team. I can't remember the tag team. The tag team that Robert Fuller manages.
The two big guys.
The two, yeah.
I don't know their names. I just started
Robert,
watching it.
the Stud Stable, the Tennessee Stud, Robert Fuller.
Anyways, so then you got New Japan Pro Wrestling, which hot. I just right now I'm a huge fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I watch them every week. I love them. Their pay-per-views are amazing. They're just the hottest thing right now, I think, out there. Impact Wrestling, like we said before, Pentagon Jr. beat Austin Aries. Scott Steiner's a joke. I don't know why he's back. That's why I don't even want to watch it.
Drake.
He's the only good one there, I think. He should be in the WWE, maybe.
Nah, too small.
But anyways, what's the deal with Cyrus? Because if you watched New Japan Pro Wrestling, their Genesis pay-per-view, Cyrus was there. And then why with Kevin Kelly?
Right.
And then he's an Impact too?
He's doing both.
He's
actually an agent booker. No, he might even be a assistant vice president of Impact.
He is. He's up there in Impact.
And then
why is Impact still a thing?
It got bought out by
Anthem.
Anthem bought Jeff Jarrett's GFW, Global Force Wrestling,
and then merged it in with
this, and then they killed GFW
because the two brothers, remember Ron and Don Harris, the two big guys bought it.
By the way, just funny thing, I wanted to point it out because I thought this was kind of cool. But if you search the MLW World Heavyweight Championship title fight, one of the recommended videos is our video right now. Kind of cool. I'm just saying.
The one that's on right now.
The one that's on right now.
We're live.
It's connected apparently. I'm okay with
that.
Good. That's the
YouTube. Search MLW.
That's the YouTube algorithm.
Well, I think because I put the hashtag MLW on there.
There you go.
That's why. So in any case, I think that's pretty much it for news. Unless you guys got anything that I'm forgetting. Am I forgetting anything?
All in.
Yeah. I wanted to go in all in next. I've got all there.
NXT pay-per-view in Chicago.
Wait. All in. Hold on. All right. So here's the deal.
You want to do all in first?
So All In went on sale Sunday.
Actually, I'm looking at the tickets right now.
I was online 32 minutes before 3 p.m. to buy $153 1, 2, or 3 row from the ring. Couldn't get on. Kept saying busy. I had 3 computers, 2 phones, and an iPad trying to get a connection so I can get in there and buy a ticket. Nonetheless, when I finally get in, it was about 45 minutes late, and they said that everything was sold out. Then I go onto Twitter as I'm looking at Twitter, and I'm texting Cody and the Young Bucks or not texting, but tweeting them to be like, dude, what's going on? Is the site down? And I turn around, and then we find out that they sold out in 26 minutes.
Which everybody said, remember, could not be done. They said that Cornette, Keller,
it started with
Alvarez, right?
Cornette just needs to shut the hell up.
So Meltzer's the one who said that to him, and then Cody's
that it couldn't be done.
You can't sell out a 10,000.
I'm sorry, I still have a bad taste in my mouth about Meltzer because of the CM Punk thing. So I don't trust a word that man says.
Meltzer's used for work,
right? Exactly.
Be very cautious with a lot of these guys
because
wrestling federations use them for work.
Heyman said that they didn't think it could be done. A lot of people said that they
and
could not.
Heyman actually tweeted out.
Then he congratulated
them.
Right.
And the Young Bucks were like, "Hey, coming from you, that's
all self-funded, man.
Yeah.
What a gamble."
So
this is what they're proving right now, is that they're proving that they don't need an agency, they don't need a company, they don't need a
that's their
massive
whole
group
point right now.
and it's working really well. The question is, how does this open up the floodgates right now for other independent groups to do their own thing?
It's the middle finger to the WWE right now. So fuck off.
It's going to take some time to see how successful the weekend is, because remember, it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, they're
Sunday's
doing
the pay-per-view. So this is like a WrestleMania weekend.
Exactly.
And it's here in Chicago.
So
it's in Schaumburg at the Hyatt, and then you got the Hoffman Estates Sears Center. But the thing that I'm more pissed off about is the fact that after I couldn't get in to get the tickets, I jump on the StubHub, and what's the other one?
SeatGeek.
No, Vivid.
I don't know.
Vivid. That's for something else.
That's whatever. For something else.
I jump on these tickets.
That's the stuff that Rico watches at 2 a.m.
They're selling these tickets for $2,000.
It's insane.
It's like I can't. I even looked at Nosebleed, and Nosebleed was like at $600 to $500.
So hold on. So full disclosure too. This happens a lot when it comes to these scalpers. They'll go out there and they'll buy these tickets because inevitably somebody who doesn't know how the market works will go out there and will jump and buy it. Right now,
WWE Money in the Bank isn't that expensive.
No. But it's that expensive on the get go. Right now on StubHub, in 207, for all in, it's
I don't
about
want 207 floor level.
Floor level.
If you tell me 100s, we're buying them right now.
No, floor level is around $500 a piece right now.
So they dropped it a little bit.
Yeah, so it drops. But here's the thing: the average, the ticket price right now, it starts around $185. So the pricing did go down. But here's the thing: this is one of the issues that I think that we see already with the big industries, is that they can prevent scalpers. They have technology out there to prevent scalpers and all this other kind of stuff. But this is where the independents really struggle. They don't have the same means and technology and resources to prevent scalpers. So what happens when you have a Sears Center and you've got scalpers with the capital, and they will go out there and just like price everybody else out of the market and just make it super crazy. They won't be able to make $1.
So,
now, if they were smart, the Young Bucks, and I think this is actually illegal to do, but I think it would have been, I wouldn't have put it past anybody at this point. You go out there and you buy, 500, 1,000 tickets yourself,
no way,
and then resell it yourself as a scalper.
No, okay.
So they got so much money invested. You think they're sweating 500 tickets or whatever?
No, they're not.
So here's the deal with that. They got a lot of stuff going on here, and this is what's very interesting. So they've got a ton of huge podcasts that are going to be there. So the podcast they got is, remember Sean Mooney, Primetime?
Yep.
So he's going to be there doing a podcast. Xbox 12360 is going to be there. They just announced that Hall and Nash will be there. So the NWO, the three guys or whatever, will be there. What a Rush with Animal will be there for his podcast. 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff will be there. Again, these guys are going to be doing their podcasts there live, I guess, or recorded. WHW with Tony Schiavone podcast will be there.
What happened when?
The Art of Wrestling, Colt Cabana.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, his favorite guy.
Colt Cabana.
It will be.
I love his podcast.
Will be there. Something to Wrestle, which
Pritchard.
Yeah, I'm surprised that, because he's a WWE guy. Why would WWE let him do this?
Who knows?
I thought they'd pick sides, anyways.
Talent, scouting for talent,
and they had 3 tables / booths set open for us for local or smaller podcasts to go to, and we were trying to really go for it. By the time I emailed back and forth, it took about 2 hours with the All In people, and they happened to end up selling all 3. So we couldn't get a booth there to do our podcast. And then obviously the ticket debacle started, where I'm not going to sit here and pay $900 or $1,900 over face value to go to see All In and stuff.
Yeah, that's insane.
They do have gold bracelets still. I was gonna tell a Wild Bill about this, but those are only for the weekend, for the events on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Also, if you get
Saturday,
the whole,
it doesn't allow you access for the main event or the event on Sunday. It only allows you access on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which I guess they're doing like
meet and greets.
Yeah, meet and greets. They're doing a karaoke with Marty Skrull. That's going to be pretty funny.
I would watch.
And
that.
they just got a bunch of so here's the guys they have, and they said these guys will be mingling in the, I guess, in the area and stuff. So obviously Kevin Nash is going to be there. DDP Yoga will be there, and he'll be doing his old yoga thing. So DDP Yoga will be there. Cody Rhodes, obviously, with Brandy, his wife. Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Ray Phoenix.
Don't say it. Don't say
Tessa
the name.
Blanchard.
Yes.
Vita
Don't
Perazzo,
say the name. I'm leaving. If
Hold
you
on.
say that name, I'm leaving.
Chelsea
I'm telling you right
Green.
now.
Britt Baker,
If you say the
Bernard
name, I'm
the
leaving.
Bear, Air Bernard will be there. Flip Gordon. I'm starting
Which
to
name?
like Flip a lot. You like
which,
Flip?
Which name, Bill?
No, don't say the
Flip's
name.
good, dude.
No,
I
I'm
like
not
Flip.
talking about him.
What
You
name?
know the name that you my
Hangman
contract.
Page.
The name that in my contract is
Hold
not
on.
allowed to be mentioned.
Hold on. Marty Skrull, one of my favorite wrestlers right now in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Pentagon Jr., Stephen Amell, have no reason why he's going to be there. Okada, which is very huge.
That's worth the
Stephen Amell
interest.
is huge. You know, friends with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Bad Boy Joey Janelle with Penelope Ford. Jay Lethal will be there.
Nick's favorite wrestler.
I can't wait for karaoke with Marty Skrull, which will be hilarious.
I'll be there.
Noli
Sweet Caroline.
Foley.
Noelle
Foley.
Mick Foley's daughter.
Mick Foley's daughter.
Like, why?
No.
Why not?
Well, she's. Well,
You seen her?
hold on a second. She has a show with
Still.
him on the WWE
She's
Network
smoking hot. Who cares?
where she's
Dude,
learning
she's
how to
hot.
wrestle. She's still
Dating
trying to
a
get into
clown.
Who cares?
First
She's
of all,
hot.
leave Frank out of this.
Whatever.
He's
Right?
hot.
Leva Bates.
Did you say he's hot?
She's hot.
Okay, just checking.
Hey, damn.
What?
Ron Simmons.
Yeah, Ron Simmons will be there.
Damn.
Scott Hall, I said. Ron Funches, Tully Blanchard, Macaulay Culkin, Bill's favorite.
Macaulay
Jimmy
Culkin.
Havoc.
That came
Oh,
out of
Jimmy
left field.
Havoc's gonna be there.
They announced
nice.
Jimmy Havoc there.
That guy's really good. He's on MLW too.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yes, he is. They also announced that Cody will be wrestling to Nick Aldis for the NWA 5 pounds of
nice.
gold. That I guess will be the main event.
That's gonna be the main event.
So that's pretty sick because they're going to bring the old NWA title.
They
which
still
will
have
be
it. That's the belt that's still being defended when
by NWA.
by the NWA, even with Billy Corrigan buying it.
Yep.
He's the champion.
Oh,
He beat
Billy
Tim
Corgan will be there too.
He beat Tim Storm. Remember, Aldis used to be Magnus in Impact.
Yeah. And
Beat-
then Bill's favorite.
No,
the
I'm leaving.
Ghost,
I'm
the ghost of Joey Ryan.
The only reason I show up
Yeah.
because it's the ghost of Joey Ryan.
It's
that
the
means that Joey
ghost.
Ryan is dead.
It's not Joey Ryan. It's the ghost.
If
If
that
you guys
means-
watch Elite, he's on there.
Is
It's pretty funny.
is there the ghost of his package?
I'm leaving.
I don't know.
I'm not going to see your son.
What else do you got? I think
If
that's
that
pretty
fucking
much
guy
it.
wrestles, I'm telling you right now, I'm walking out.
Jerry Lawler's going to be there. I forgot. Jerry Lawler dinner with the King.
You're okay with
podcast.
Jerry Lawler, but with Joey Ryan, all of a
Come
sudden you're
on,
like,
you
come
guys. Let's be honest.
So
He's hilarious.
No, he's not.
overall,
He's a 70s porn star wrestling, and I love it.
Garbage. The guy's 5'8". At
Hey,
best.
whoa! What do you have against guys that are 5'8", huh?
Not as a wrestler, wrestling guys that are 6'9" and flipping him in the air
with
with his cock.
What?
The only person that can do that is Rico,
And Chuck Norris.
and I've seen him do it.
that begs other questions right there, I think. No,
It was Vegas. It was late.
It was Vegas. It was late. Okay, well, here's the big thing. The big thing that we're going to see, and you guys remember this. Do you guys remember the 4-minute mile? You guys ever hear that story? Right before somebody ran the 4-minute mile or whatever it was, nobody had run it. They thought it was impossible. One guy finally ran it within the next 5 years. 17 guys ran it. I think we're going to see the floodgates open specifically with this. After this weekend is done, I think we're going to see just a wave of new type of independent events, and I think it's going to be exciting to see what we're what we have coming up here for the non-WWE wrestling families.
What can Rico?
You didn't listen when I said that there's only one other person that can flip a guy with his cock, and it's Rico.
I didn't catch that.
He's very
He
quick
actually
to
said that.
Yeah.
It's very quick to say that he can do that.
That's pretty funny. So regardless, All In looks like it's going to be a really good card. I'm still going to try to see if we can get tickets to get in there. We'll see what happens.
It's pretty impressive that they've got all the promotions buying into it too, where they're letting their guys go.
Yeah. Well, because in a way, everyone else is independent in a way.
Yeah, but you got Pro Wrestling Guerrilla guys, you got MLW guys.
They're all independent.
Right, no, but still that they would allow their guys to go. You know what I mean? Because sometimes a lot of these promotions don't let their people go where it's going to be videotaped. They'll allow them to show up.
Though Cody and the Young
The
Bucks
exposure
to go to them.
Well, no, there has to be reciprocity where they say, okay, fine, I'm going to do your show. You come back and do my show.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but I think it's going to be overall. It's going to be a really good card. All right, so then Money in the Bank. So then we go into Money in the Bank. And that's going to be here in Chicago. NXT. Who's got the NXT card?
There's only the 3 matches so far.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got?
We got Black Sullivan, which I don't understand, but whatever.
They're continuing to push Lars at this point.
Triple H loves him. Triple H loves him because of his size. Right.
He's not good. Not good at
Nikki
all.
Cross against Baszler for the women's belt.
There's Tommy. Wait, Tommy, look who's Hop-Hop's here. See? Live.
Is that Tom?
No, it's one of our other buddies.
And then Ricochet Velveteen Dream.
That's going to be an amazing match.
Amazing.
And again, not for nothing, I know that a lot of people are talking about trying to bring him up to the main roster sooner rather than later, but I think you need to let the guy work.
100%
Let
correct.
him work.
Guy's only 22,
23. Let him work in NXT. Give him time to develop his craft. And I think when he comes up, because here's the thing, I don't want him to become a Tyler Breeze.
He will.
And that's the thing is that with that
Velveteen?
gimmick, with that gimmick, that's the problem. Breeze had the same type of thing. He had great athleticism. He put on good matches. He had an ability to carry a storyline, but because of his gimmick and the way that they pushed him too fast, I think they just didn't let him work. Plus, I mean, is he cruiserweight weight or is he just the
Velveteen?
No. Breeze.
Yeah,
he's close. I think that if it would have happened now, he would have went to 205 Live. But give him time to develop. I think that this guy could be a definitely.
No, Velveteen's going to be good on the main roster. I think hands down the guy's going to be amazing.
But think about it. You got a jam. Look,
you got a jam roster.
Almost came up, right? Cien almost came up.
Yeah.
No Way Jose came up.
Oh, no way. He's going to be a flop.
Right, but he's still up.
Yeah. No,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Ember Moon. Ember Moon's going to get push, and then she's going to disappear too. It's going to be the exact same thing.
Like she's going to be like another Becky Lynch.
Exactly. And man, she's like,
I feel bad for Becky.
She's becoming like the Barry Horowitz of the She's like
Who,
Job
Becky?
Squad. Yeah.
No, she's Natty. She's Natty, but at least Natty had her run.
She's Stevie Richards in the Job Squad. She's speaking. And Al Snow has a wrestling school in Greece.
He bought a federation.
He bought Ohio Valley Wrestling from Nightmare Danny Davis.
Yeah.
He owns 9 wrestling schools around the world: Argentina, Portugal, Spain, London, Greece.
He was on the original. He was the original Tough Enough coach, wasn't he?
One of them.
One of them. He was one of them. Yeah.
Nick just liked watching him bounce that mannequin head around all the time. Remember?
Head.
Does anybody?
That was awesome.
Anybody remember the whole Head and Shoulders gimmick and how they won the Hardcore Championship off him or Intercontinental with Head?
No.
Head held the title at one time, and everyone was like, "Well, you can't pin Head." And somebody brought out a bottle of Head and Shoulders. My favorite moment in wrestling history.
Another wasted gimmick.
All right. Anyways, Money in the Bank or NXT. So that's it for NXT.
And then the Undisputed Era is going to wrestle somebody, right, for the belt?
For the tag team. All right. So anyways, NXT, we don't know the full card. Like I said, we'll be back June 13th. So then once we get the full card on the 13th, we will see.
And what's his name's injured again, by the way?
Who?
Sabatelli.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I feel bad for the guy. The guy got injured in the NFL. Twice now. He's come back and well, once it was pectoral? And then the other time was concussion. Like he can't catch a break, and he's got like
Corey Graves.
He's got but the difference is he's got a perfect physique. Like Vince McMahon
would go crazy for
him on the
announce
table. Anyways, all right. So here's the deal. So the cards that's already set so far already is this is for Money in the Bank card on that Sunday. Mm-hmm. So you've already got AJ Styles, who's a champion, versus Nakamura
in a gimmick match.
Nakamura won on SmackDown Live, so he gets the stipulation of what's going to happen. Probably going to be a ladder match, but that's the match there.
And Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Raw Women's is Nia Jax, who's the champ, versus Ronda Rousey. Then you got SmackDown Live Women's, Carmella. I can't watch this, versus Asuka. I hope Asuka wins.
That's got to happen.
Then you've got the men's Money in the Bank match, which so far is Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, one of the New Day members, which I'm assuming is going to be Big E.
Kevin Owens, and another wrestler to be named later.
And that other wrestler is now going to be. It was announced it's between Samoa Joe and
Big Cass,
and they're going to fight on SmackDown Live. Whoever wins that will be the entrant in, and then that's it. I also heard just a tidbit onto that New Day member that Big E is going to get a massive push on the singles. I heard.
Yeah, so that's the big question now. I think is when are they going to
perfect physique
about Sabatelli?
Rico, don't judge me.
Rico is awesome.
Don't judge.
Who said it? Did you say perfect?
I said perfect.
Oh,
have you seen that guy's body, dude? I am jealous and envious. No, he has not touched a cupcake in 12 years. That's why he looks like that.
So on Money in the Bank.
Meanwhile, I look like a cupcake.
Money in the Bank women's. You've got Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, four girls that have not been announced yet.
Yeah.
And then we will see what happens because that's going to be qualifying matches on both Raw and on SmackDown. My predictions, and probably all of our predictions, is you're going to I think they're probably more than likely going to have a tag team Money in the Bank match.
Reigns Mahal.
Match. Well, so I've got Intercontinental title. It's going to be Seth Rollins champion, and I think it's going to be against Jason Jordan coming back.
Okay.
Then you're going to have Bobby Lashley, Sami Zayn.
Did I miss something?
Now, this isn't set. This is just
no, I know, but I mean, is that
because of supposedly Lashley giving Sami Zayn vertigo, right, from the drops?
Yeah, from that, and then
okay, gotcha.
And then,
so they have to play that off. They have to finally pay off the whole Greatest Royal Rumble thing.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Cruiserweight Championship, which is going to be Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy.
I'm excited about Buddy Murphy cutting down because I felt bad for him.
If I shave my chest and get a tan,
Rico, do it and post it on our Twitter, please.
So, what's going to happen? One, I don't think Lesnar's going to defend.
No, he's not, and he's going to break Punk's record. They said that since he's not defending, unless he
gets there,
unless he loses it on a Monday Night Raw within the next 2 weeks afterwards, he's going to break Punk's record.
Wow.
So I don't know.
How does everybody else feel about that?
What's going to happen with
Reigns?
Reigns?
It's got to be Reigns Mahal, no? After what happened the other day.
Yeah, probably then. It'll probably be them.
They got to put him against right now their best heel,
honestly,
right?
I don't even want to go see Money in the Bank.
How good is Jinder Mahal right now?
He's over. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
Number one heel in the company.
Yeah, I'll give him that. He's over.
Yeah. Who else gets booed more than him?
Yeah.
Not Kevin Owens doesn't, even though he's trying.
They're trying to.
He's trying, but he's not there yet.
All the smart fans cheer for him.
Kevin Owens hasn't had a storyline worth a damn and more than a mid-card
and it's a shame
push in a
because
while.
every one of his matches is really, really good, no matter what's been asked of him.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, he's a solid worker. That's why he got rewarded 5 years.
Did you just say twins, as in like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Twins.
Because yes, I will be the Danny DeVito to your Arnold Schwarzenegger.
All
Rico.
right. What else do we got? I think that's pretty much it. So we'll be back on the 13th when the NXT card is set. Money in the Bank card is set. We'll go over that. We just wanted to make sure we did today's show to catch up with the Greatest Royal Rumble, Backlash, all the hot news, and get all this stuff out of here. So that way we can start fresh, and then we're going into Money in the Bank on Monday. We'll see if we're going to end up going NXT and Money in the Bank. I think I might just go to NXT, not Money in the Bank, since it'll be
I'm going to go to both.
You're going to do Money in the Bank?
I'm going to take Vicky to see Money in the Bank. She wants to go.
I don't even want to see Money in the Bank.
I'm still waiting to see if we're going to go to...
Did Rico used to watch ECW?
No.
He's not a wrestling fan?
A little bit.
A little?
Rico's wrestling is different. Male on male, bear wrestling.
This was my favorite one.
Not Greco-Roman?
Movies when you can stay home and see me, the one the ladies call Big Daddy, the one who already slept with the general's daughter, and the one who truly knows how to inspect her gadget. I am dripping with sarcasm as your girlfriend is dripping from orgasm, for I am the quintessential stud muffin and a goodness gracious, great balls of fire, goddamn handsome man, Joel. Whether the ladies are home or here in Dayton, they're watching me and masturbating Gertner.
He's the best.
I wish he never left wrestling.
And you know what? Is that from TNT or is that from the pay-per-view?
No, this is ECW pay-per-view.
From the pay-per-view.
Heatwave 1999. They call me Big Daddy Woo Woo. Rico.
Do I know Rico? I think we want to be friends.
No,
Rico?
I don't know.
Rico, I want to be friends. You sound like a cool guy.
We should invite Rico to the show one day.
Yes, Rico.
He's the second best poker player I know.
Oh, I can see him. Yeah.
After me.
You can't read. You can't read his face.
After me.
He's probably a serious player.
Nah.
Does he go in tournaments?
He sucks.
No. Seriously?
I knock him out
Damn,
all the
Rico,
time.
you gonna
seems
let
like
him
he's
trash
good.
talk
I
you like
knock him
that?
out all the time.
Oh, I thought he'd be pretty good at that. All right. So what else do we got? Anything? Nothing?
Mm-mm.
That's it.
I think we're all done. So hold on a second.
You should get Rico here to talk boxing. Actually, he is like an encyclopedia of boxing.
Oh, we should get him here then with Jackman.
He knows
One more
everything
round
about
radio.
boxing.
I will reach out to Billy Rico, and we'll get you and Jackman on a one more round. I think Canelo sucks. I think he should be banned for more than one fight. I think that's BS. But in any case, not enough room for all of us. Oh, we'll make room, dude. Believe me. We'll figure it out here.
We're going to have to reinforce the floor if all four of us are going to
we'll
be
figure
here.
it out.
You
Don't worry
can
about
sit
that.
on Nick's lap. I think he'll be
You
okay.
can sit right under Hop Hop over here.
That's
too.
it.
You can sit right under him.
We should
So he'll always
we
be
should
above
all
you.
we should take that and make it into a T-shirt and I'll wear it
That's sure.
at the pay-per-view.
Hop,
Oh,
Hop.
just the fat head of like
Just
his fat head on the yeah,
on
I'm
the
okay
shirt.
with that.
I got to figure out how to get that on an image and go from there. All right. Anyways, guys, like I said, thank you guys on the shirts. We will be putting more shirts out soon. We'll be back June 13th for the next WTR show to go into Money in the Bank. March 25th, Corner Kick Radio. It'll be me, Pistoleros, and Money Marty.
You guys going to analyze the MLS season so far?
No, MLS sucks. We're going to be talking about 6 months is too long for that substance.
Seattle Sounders.
Dude, no way, Rico. Different subject we can talk.
Rico's upset because he's
One fight
Mexican.
is
That's
enough.
why.
No,
Rico's
stop,
upset
dude.
because he's Mexican.
Seriously, tainted beef? There's no such thing as tainted beef. He's taking steroids.
If it was a Greek fighter,
God,
Rico would want
man.
him suspended for 2 years.
Triple G won the first fight anyways. So we got what was I just talking about? Oh, Corner Kick Radio. We're gonna talk about the Champions League final, Liverpool Real Madrid, which is on the 26th. We'll talk about it on the 25th, and then we're also going to be talking about World Cup. We're going to analyze every group. We're going to say who the two winners will be, and then we're going to go over the knockout stages as well too. So I've got my winners, or at least my final four, final two. And then I'm doing a little bit more research and stuff, but pretty interesting stuff. I got some sleepers that's going to be coming out, and we'll go from there. This Friday, we will be doing a Chicago Sports Crunch Radio. So CSCR will be here. Hop Hop obviously will be here. So
He's sleeping here.
Yeah, he's sleeping here. He stays here now all the time. And we're going to be talking about the Bulls Lottery, NBA playoffs.
Porter.
A lot to talk about.
We're taking Porter.
A lot of stuff that's going on with Leonard from San Antonio. Some rumors out there that the Bulls may try to pursue him. There's rumors that LeBron has officially been telling friends and family that he wants out, or he wants what's his name,
Tyronn Lue,
Jordan from the Clippers.
No,
So
he asked for him during the trade deadline. They said,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We'll see what happens, but we're going to talk NBA playoffs. Boston's really shocking me right now for that young team, and Billy said it. I remember via text, man. Hayward and Kyrie coming next year with this team that's already winning like this. They're going to be lights out.
and you
next
couldn't
year.
rely on the team having George Hill, J.R. Smith, and what's the other guy's name that they traded for? Did you see the three guys yesterday? Between the three of them, they scored. Three players played 30 minutes each and scored 3 points total.
Horrible. So we're going to be talking about that, and then I'm going to be talking about heavily about the draft picks that the Bears got. So I actually like a lot of them, but there's two picks that I'm not too hot on. One's an obvious. Two is going to be a surprise to a lot of you guys. And then obviously all of their free agent rookie signings right after the draft too. And rumors of Des Bryant and Lake Forest yesterday.
Come on.
I don't want him. Just saying.
Cancer.
Nobody wants him.
You're rebuilding that team and you're going to bring that guy on? Come on.
So we'll see. Is Nagy
Brandon Marshall 2.0?
Is Nagy the Phil Jackson of football? I don't like Nagy already, so I'm going to give him a chance, though. So, anyways, that's we're going to go. Who
the Bulls going to take?
It's going to be between Porter and Bridges.
Me and Nico agree Porter.
I like Bridges,
man. I like Porter.
More mature, and he doesn't have the injuries.
Doesn't matter.
Dude, Porter's got a bad back and a bad shoulder.
Shoulder only now. He's fine.
It's too injury prone.
Nico's online. Nico, tell Nick how wrong he is that we should take Porter.
Porter's more talented, but he's got more of a risk.
He was the #1 ranked player until he hurt his arm. He's okay. He'll be fine.
Anyways, we will be seeing you guys Friday. At least I'll be seeing you guys they will. No, Des, I agree, Rico.
Bravo, Rico.
I like Facebook Live. We got more interactions on Facebook Live, I think, than we did on
Porter. Nico says Porter. Nico's with me.
Porter. All right. Well, he's an MLS fan too, isn't he?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's bad if he is. So we will see you guys Friday. At least I will. So until for these guys, June 13th before Money in the Bank.
Later.
Good night. Top guys out.
F Joey Ryan.